What's up, everyone? Welcome to BTI. I'm Josh Matthews. That's Gia Miller, and we are now less than 1 month away from Hard to Kill. Cannot wait to get to Atlanta. Friday night, January 13th, Hard to Kill live around the world on pay-per-view.
But in 2 weeks from Christmas.
2 weeks from Christmas. You excited?
Yeah.
You ready?
Is Santa Claus bringing you coal, Josh?
Probably. That's what I've gotten for the last, I don't know, 20-something years.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll be 29 this year.
Oh, you're definitely getting coal for lying. But anyway.
You want to talk about the main event?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Wait, actually, no.
No,
I don't want to talk about the main event.
I didn't think you did.
I want to talk about the beginning of the night.
Yes,
it was a tag team title match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Heath and Rhino. We take you back to Louisville, Kentucky for this championship match.
I mean, right now we are kicking things off in huge way here with the championships on the line. Heath here with a little bit of a technical spectacle against Alex Shelley, who is kind of the king of this sort of style, as he's proven that he's had an indelible hold on professional wrestling in general, teaching so many future talents, and now taking it to Heath.
There's an indelible hold on Heath right now. Heath trying to get to the bottom rope, and now Heath trying to turn things around on Shelley. Two men who individually had opportunities to challenge for the Impact World Championship this year. And I don't want to understate the significance, Raywall, of Josh Alexander being here live tonight, considering what happened 3 weeks ago at Overdrive. Bully Ray saying last week that because of the trauma that was sustained by Josh Alexander and his wife Jen at Overdrive, that we weren't going to see Josh Alexander for a while. And the Walking Weapon obviously turning that around on Bully Ray.
Yeah, Bully obviously made a couple of grand assumptions there, assuming Josh would take all that time. And quite frankly, nobody would blame him if he did, considering the events of Overdrive. But we know the Walking Weapon all too well. He does not run from confrontation, especially from after the actions of someone like Bully Ray.
Shelley whipped into the corner. Heath misses. And now Shelley with the inverted atomic drop. And look at him push Heath into the Gun's corner.
That is a classic move. Immediately just putting your opponent back into your own corner. But Heath here, great wherewithal, fighting his way out of the corner. But here's that teamwork again of the Guns.
Oh! And listen, you don't have to necessarily like these tactics. Technically, this is illegal contact by Chris Sabin. Oh, it's permitted for a few seconds by the official in tag team wrestling rules. And then Shelley, the legal man for the Guns, takes advantage in the ring.
And here's where I feel like the Guns may have a bit of the advantage here. Great, unique offense there. The Gun, number one, they just have the experience. As much as there is a connection between Heath and Rhino, this kind of unexplainable connection. The Machine Guns, though, this is a long career they've had as a tag team, a very successful one. And there's this unspoken language they have that maybe Heath and Rhino don't quite have all of yet.
16 years as a tag team for the Motor City Machine Guns. Another dragon screw in the knees of Heath in trouble. Here's a cover and a kick out by one half of the champs.
Now going to work on the legs, plural, of Heath. Yeah, it's pretty hard to crawl and walk all the way across the ring if you can't get there with your legs. Smart move by the Machine Guns.
And listen, I think this is a response, tag made in comes Shelley, to how motivated Rhino seemed last week, Ray Walton. This is the Guns trying to eliminate Rhino effectively from the match.
Well, I mean, and that was what I was going to say as well. That's the difference maker. As Rhino, you see, he's trying to get in right now. He's got to worry about protecting, though.
Well,
he doesn't want to leave Heath on his own there.
Oh!
But you let the man beast into this ring, and the entire complexion is going to change. You know that much.
And look at Shelley. Shelley setting up in the figure four here on Heath.
Heath in a bad way here. If he wants to get to his corner, he's going to have to hit. Oh, watch those shoulders. You see the pain on Heath's face. Oh!
Caught up in the figure four, but Heath not backing down.
Look at the
defiance,
absolutely. Heath managing to get to the ropes finally.
Heath gets the ropes, that'll break up the submission, and look at Alex Shelley using the majority of the 5 count and beyond. The official using her discretion there to break up the submission and allowing this championship match to continue here.
Ooh, baby, we know how salty Alex Shelley can get in the heat of a fight, proving it right there, but the grit of Heath winning out in that one.
Now listen, we know Rhino's the more fiery of the two between Heath and Rhino, but Shelley, to your point, absolutely the more fiery of the two between he and Sabin. So again, I think this is what Rhino said last week. It stirred something up in the boys from Detroit. Oh, shot to the knee.
Nice kick to the leg there, but oh! Huge power slam opens up a big time window for Heath. Can this be the moment? Can he get to the War Machine and turn this match around?
And a tag made, and it's Sabin to meet Rhino. And this is exactly what the Motor City Machine Guns were trying to prevent against, allowing the fan base to get into the ring.
And just like we assumed, just like we had thought, the complexion's starting to turn around. Rhino, how much can he withstand from the guns and turn it around? There you go.
Spinebuster to retain, kick out by Sabin at 2.
Oh, and he's calling for it already. Rhino wants to put this one away right here and right now.
Could this be the end of the Motor City Machine Guns bid? And there's Shelley trying to get involved, and it opens the door for Sabin.
That's great wherewithal from Alex Shelley, interrupting what could have been the death knell in this matchup.
Oh. We talked about the 2-on-1 opportunities for the Guns. They've taken away Heath as a tag option. Granted, his 2 busted knees at this point. And now Sabin, one-on-one with Rhino.
And many would argue maybe Rhino counts as 2 men. We'll see if that'll work. Huge TKO.
Could this be it to retain the tag team titles? And there's Shelley forcefully gets Rhino out of that pinning opportunity.
Heath back into the picture there, gets rid of Shelley. And now the tag one more time. You see Heath, though, still a little ginger on his legs there. I'm not sure how much of a wise decision that might have been, but clearly the champs are confident.
Heath and Rhino trying to use the numbers, and again, Sabin goes after one of the knees.
Well, smart move by Sabin there. Take that target, and now, once again, Heath, the legal man, legs affected, guns in control.
And now Heath, in a vulnerable situation, has got to fight back. Sabin
continues
to go to the knees. Oh, and look at this, the major players. Oh, wake-up calls to Sabin and Heath. Firing back at the Guns, Heath and Rhino with Heath's own finishing move.
Little shades of what had happened all summer out of nowhere, that wake-up call, and the major...
Ladies and gentlemen, because of the interference of the major players, this match is a no contest.
Well, of course, that's unfortunate. We knew that would happen when the major players showed up, but they've made their intentions clear.
And as a result of the major players getting involved, tonight they're banned from ringside. Banned from ringside. You're banned from ringside. Everyone's banned from ringside in this one.
I don't think I'm banned, I'm just busy.
Busy. Busy from ringside. We'll see what happens tonight with the World Tag Team titles on the line. So much to get to tonight, but the action gets started right here on BTI.
Coming up next, we head back to Louisville, Kentucky, in a match that took everyone by surprise, including the world champion, Josh Alexander. Don't go anywhere. BTI rolls on right after this.
Welcome back to BTI, and we showed you how last week began with that tag team championship match and what's going to happen tonight. But things took a different turn last week on Impact. The world champion Josh Alexander went to the ring, issued an open challenge, knows he's got Bully Ray at Hard to Kill on January the 13th, but somebody else stepped up.
That's right. That was Speedball Mike Bailey. He would answer the challenge, and he would take our world champion to the limit.
And we are back here on Impact Wrestling on Access TV. The Impact World title is on the line. Speedball Mike Bailey against the champion Josh Alexander. Knees to the midsection to win the title, and a kick out by Alexander.
and this one is delivering on every level, Tom. I mean, during the break, Josh Alexander had speedball Mike Bailey up in a vertical suplex for 30, 40 seconds. I mean, these guys are putting in the effort and leaving nothing at the door.
Yeah, considering the gravity of this matchup, Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore pulling out all the stops to cover this Impact World Championship match. Down goes Bailey. Alexander desperately needed that opening, Ray Walt, here, because through the break, it was all Bailey.
Absolutely, Bailey in firm control. But then it was Josh Alexander who came out of that with that beautiful vertical stalling suplex, and now the walking weapon back in control. You see dropping the knee pad there, giving a little extra damage to the back, to the spine of Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey tied up here, center of the ring. The new year is coming quickly, and Access TV has you covered with an all-day New Year's concert extravaganza. Tune in on New Year's Eve to watch all of our best concerts, including Def Leppard, Kid Rock, Kiss, and Motley Crue. It all begins New Year's Eve at noon Eastern here on Access TV.
Mike Bailey here managing to get up to his feet. Ooh.
Oh!
And Josh Alexander seemingly just, instead of targeting one body part like Bailey was earlier, is targeting every body part. Stretching the arms and shoulders, the spine of Mike Bailey, now the knees, the legs, breaking him apart from every single angle.
Well, that's the thing about Mike Bailey. You and I have called plenty of his matchups. Even if you take away one body part, and my mind goes back to his matchup with Trey Miguel surrounding the X Division Championship. Even if you take away one leg, he's very adept at fighting off of one leg, fighting with one arm even. Bailey can do so much.
That's right, he's a threat. No pun intended here. Actually, yes, it was. Bailey's a walking weapon in and of himself.
Backbreaker to retain the title, and a kick out, a bridge out there by Bailey.
All the martial arts background of Bailey, allowing him to be a weapon with any single digit, joint, any part of his body. But we also know the ferocity, the tenacity of the walking weapon, and seeing it in full display here.
And remember how this began. Initially, it was Josh Alexander issuing an open challenge for his Impact World Championship, aiming to have Bully Ray take the challenge. And Alexander even said here in the Impact Zone, Bully Ray can have his title shot here tonight. There's nothing to lose. He would still get his Call Your Shot opportunity at the Hard to Kill pay-per-view.
I mean, I couldn't believe that. Surely, when I saw Josh Alexander Red, I heard him calling out Bully Ray. I figured he would ask for that shot to be here tonight. I can't believe that Bully Ray passed up a golden opportunity like that.
Single leg drop kick there by Mike Bailey. Instead, it was Speedball who accepted the open challenge. Bully Ray passing on this is going to take his title shot, his Call Your Shot opportunity when he has called for it. That'll be on Friday the 13th of January, the 4th annual Hard to Kill pay-per-view. Live as well on Fight TV. And Saturday, January 14th, will be all the fallout from Hard to Kill. Tickets are on sale now for both those events in Atlanta, Georgia at ImpactWrestling.com.
And Tom, I don't want to get ahead of myself and over-speculate here as Speedball looks to take off.
Cover! Do we have a new world champion and a kick out?
But I suppose, in theory, should Speedball Mike Bailey walk out of this matchup as world champion, I would assume Bully Ray would face Mike Bailey at Hard to Kill.
I think you would be right, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. This matchup,
absolutely.
This matchup still has to take place. Bailey versus Alexander for the Impact World title. I went for a big kick to the head. That could have been catastrophic. And a German suplex. And we're brought right back to what Kazarian withstood from Alexander in overdrive.
And Bailey, he remembers that as well, holding onto the ropes here. Whoa, oh my God.
The intensity of Alexander. Cover to retain and a kick out, trapping the arms off the German.
Mike Bailey, nothing to protect himself there. All shoulders, head, neck, and still able to kick out and stay in this world title matchup.
Josh Alexander is so emotional, so intense. The tenacity is pouring out of the Impact World Champion tonight. There's a little extra aggression from him, Raywall, considering how Bully Ray's in his head.
Very, very much. And luckily for Josh Alexander, he's been able to focus that on Speedball Mike Bailey, not get too distracted in this contest.
Going for the C4 spike, maybe.
Whoa.
Bailey able to find a way out. Oh, the ankle lock.
Great turnaround from Josh Alexander and looking immediately to go to another German suplex.
Ooh. The damaged left shoulder of Alexander. Oh!
Great turnaround from Speedball there.
Oh.
Again, targeting that shoulder, that arm. That makes the ankle lock and C4 spike a lot harder, but Alexander ever defiant.
Just to the side of the face, up on the shoulders, and again, Bailey goes after the left shoulder. It's almost a version of the octopus, Ray Walt.
But bringing Josh Alexander all the way down to the ground here. Now doubled over, harder to breathe as well, in addition to the pain on the arm. Ooh.
Oh! The neck of Bailey rammed into the top turnbuckle. Alexander still can't get Speedball off his back, off his shoulder.
Bailey, look at that, just cranking down on the arm, on the elbow, trying to take that weapon away from the walking weapon.
Imagine if the lingering injury from the Overdrive matchup against Kazarian ultimately cost Josh Alexander his Impact World title in an open challenge match.
Just fully exasperated. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the reverse Rana.
Devastating to that previously surgically repaired neck of Josh Alexander.
Cover to win the title. Kick out. The Impact World Championship is on the line. Alexander's defense against Bailey continues.
Man, what an incredible start to an incredible match.
And as we would all find out, that match was far from over. When we come back, the continuation of Josh Alexander versus Mike Bailey, last week's main event match, and it was incredible. Welcome back to BTI as we are going to head back to the Impact Zone right now. Josh Alexander issued an open challenge last week. Mike Bailey stepped up, and this match started right around the middle of the show, and it would go on to the end of the show, plus some. So here it is. If you want to see the whole thing, head over to ImpactWrestling.com to find out how you can do that. But right now, Josh Alexander, Mike Bailey from last week, in an absolute banger.
Whoever wins this absolutely deserves everything that they will leave with here tonight.
And don't forget, immediately following Impact Wrestling, it's New Japan Pro Wrestling. We will show you the entirety of FTR's IWGP Tag Team title defense against Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb.
And that decision could be coming sooner than we think as Alexander here climbing to the second rope.
And that was a nasty fall for Bailey.
He managed to wiggle free there, but crashed right onto that leg, that injured leg that's been worked on all match long.
And I look at Bailey trying to drag himself.
Hopping up with one leg there, immediately swatted down by the world champion.
And Bailey knows he's got Alexander in a prone situation here, in a vulnerable situation on the top
55 minutes are gone, 5 minutes remain.
Oh my God, 5 minutes left here in this Impact World title match.
And with that announcement going over the loudspeakers here, over the microphone, you know it's just gonna turn up the intensity to both these guys. Whatever they have left in their gas tank, it's all gotta come out now.
Alexander, I don't think he can believe his eyes. Every single time he thinks he has Bailey down, Speedball gets back up.
Like a monster rising from the deep, Speedball will not stop, but neither will the walking weapon, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, God. And look at Bailey.
Oh, my God. Face to face, nose to
56
nose.
minutes are gone, 4 minutes remain.
Oh, my God. Bailey off the top, down goes Alexander.
And now, Alexander in a prone position. Look at Bailey climbing. Look at him climbing. Could he be getting towards championship gold? This could be it.
He hit Ultimate Weapon earlier on in the match, but couldn't capitalize. Can he do it this
Oh
time?
my God, he got it. Got it. Do we have a
Ultimate
new
Weapon.
champion? Could
New
it be?
champion. Oh, Alexander, his foot on the bottom rope breaks up the pin.
Look at the expression on Mike Bailey's face. It's the one on mine as well. Take a look at this. He finally hits it again, the Ultimate Weapon. He has the walking weapon dead to rights, but just in the nick of time. The wherewithal of the champion pulling through.
3 minutes remain.
3 minutes left in this Impact World title match. We're gonna stay with it until its conclusion here on Access TV. And again, back to the left shoulder.
Trying to go back to what's been working so far, but less than 180 seconds remain in this contest.
And this is desperation for Mike Bailey. You got 3 minutes left to make your dreams come true, to become the Impact World Champion.
Yeah, it's time to hit that knockout shot. It's time to hit the finishing blow. Anything you have left, every ounce of strength, energy, fortitude.
Alexander, straight shots to the face of Bailey. Oh, and a big kick. Well, wait a minute now, Bailey, he went for the Flamingo driver early on in the matchup, but he couldn't hook it.
Can he hit it now? He's got, no.
Oh, and a cover, shoulders down, no.
Alexander now was looking for this earlier too. Got it
Styles
this time!
Clash.
And
the
back.
ankle lock.
Right
2
back
minutes
to
remain.
it. This
2
is the
minutes.
playbook all match long for nearly an hour for Josh Alexander. Will it finally get the job done in the closing seconds of this world title matchup?
The Styles Clash into the ankle lock.
Can Bailey hang on? How much can one body take? We are finding out the answer to that question here tonight.
Look at this, kicks to the shoulder, kicks to the damaged left shoulder, trying to twist at the ankle. And Bailey does get to the bottom rope.
Alexander not letting go though. Oh!
And now Bailey doing anything he can to keep Alexander at bay, still holding on to the ropes. Oh my God! Just ripped Bailey away from the ropes and hit a pile driver.
Absolutely planted.
1 minute
Mike
remains in
Bailey.
this match, 60 seconds.
The final minute here.
Trying to get Bailey up for the C4 spike, has struggled to do so throughout this matchup due to the injured left shoulder.
And now just pummeling Speedball. Wants to make sure this one counts.
Trying to
30
hook it.
seconds remain.
Oh, C4 spike!
Got him! But,
A matter of seconds left in this matchup.
whoa, wait,
But
oh.
Alexander's not done.
No, he wants to make an exclamation point here. Prove a point. This has been an hour coming.
20 seconds remain.
20 seconds. Another C4 spike. Alexander the cover. Alexander retains.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match is still Impact World Champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
A match none of us ever saw coming. The Iron Man Josh Alexander lives up to his nickname, but heads off to Speedball Mike Bailey. What a performance.
I mean, just take a look at some of these highlights here from this absolutely incredible match. Hard to believe some of these sequences, these moves, all it was 30, 40 minutes ago, and they fought through all of it. Numerous times we thought this one was over. We were convinced we maybe had a new champion, that Josh Alexander had retained. German suplexes, ultimate weapons, this incredible action never seemed to cease.
And in this, the second C4 spike, Alexander making sure he put down Bailey. Hats off to Mike Bailey, and hats off to Josh Alexander, who can now refocus on Bully Ray and Hard to Kill.
Tired?
Yeah,
I'll lean on you like, oh man, after
I'm
watching
blown
that.
up just from watching it.
That was a long one. Good, very good.
Took my breath away.
Mike Bailey this close. I mean, think about how Mike Bailey could have changed everything. Josh Alexander continues to prove that he is a fighting champion, and Bully Ray got to see everything that he has coming his way on January the 13th at Hard to Kill. Great main event, great way to kind of wrap up an incredible year. We still have plenty more to get to though, folks, and the action gets started right here on BTI.
But first, our social media top 5, Clapback Moment of the Week, Iceman Intel, and more. Plus, we have action coming your way as Shira goes one-on-one with Jack Price right here on BTI.
Welcome back to BTI as we get ready for action right here on BTI. But before we do that, we're going to look and see what everyone was talking about last week. I'm assuming they were talking about Josh Alexander and Mike Bailey, right?
I mean, why would you not?
The whole top 5.
I mean,
Throw in a couple Josh Matthews things here and there. When I called you Dwayne Johnson last week, that was hilarious.
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. That one should be in the top 5 for sure.
You're not dressed like The Rock this week.
No. See, someone said earlier today that would you present an award in that dress? If yes, then it's a Gia Miller dress. So
there you go.
I present
maybe
the
that.
award.
I'm getting an award tonight?
No, for the top
I wasn't
5
expecting
social
this.
media
Okay,
moments.
I'd like to thank...
Oh my gosh.
Where are you guys going?
And now, the social media top 5 moments on BTI. Number 5.
The major players became a major factor in the tag title match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Heath and Rhino.
Number 4.
Jordan Grace makes it known that while she respects Mickey, she will be the one to retire her.
Number 3.
World champion Josh Alexander and Speedball Mike Bailey faced off in an hour-long battle last week on Impact Wrestling.
Number 2.
Ace Austin and Chris Bay made it all the way to the finals of the Super Junior Tag League, ending with a record that was just too sweet.
And at number 1.
If you want to relive all of the great moments between Josh Alexander and Mike Bailey, including the ones you didn't get to see, that match is now available on YouTube.
And finally, I'd like to thank my mother as well.
Great. Now that that's over with, and you can't clap back at me for my manicure because
Oh, look at you! Got your nails done.
we're all sparkly. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for getting that done for me, baby. You're getting a good Christmas bonus. No, that's Greg. That's Melissa.
That's nothing. That's empty.
That is so rude. And you know what else is rude? All these clapbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clapback moment of the week is
Brian Myers coming in this week with a major clapback.
So from the clapback moment of the week to, it's very cold in this room, so it's chilly wherever. Maybe this is where Iceman lives. Does he live in Florida? Yeah, I don't think so, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense, right?
Those guys are sharp, by the way. Like, sharp. Like Wolverine sharp.
Ooh. I've got power.
No, he just got long nails. Iceman, what do you got for us this week?
Welcome to Iceman's Intel. I'm George Iceman. Let's get into it. Last week, Josh Alexander had a plan to get his hands on Bully Ray. He walked out to the ring to issue a challenge, hoping Bully Ray would accept, but he didn't. He declined. But instead, Mike Bailey came out to the ring, and they had an instant classic. Incredible. Almost 60 minutes. If you missed that match, go back and check it out. It was amazing. But where do we go from here as tensions continue to rise between Bully Ray and Josh Alexander? A month away from pay-per-view Hard to Kill live, January 13th. Well, here's the scoop. I'm hearing Josh Alexander has got another plan to get his hands on Bully Ray tonight. But what's his plan? What's he got up his sleeve? I reached out to Josh, sent him a message, and have not got any response. I've talked to a few friends backstage. Nothing. Everyone is tight-lipped. What is going to happen? I guess we'll all have to tune in to the Impact Zone on Access tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall, introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Raj Singh, the Indian Lion, Shira.
Mr. Ray. Well, I'm very excited to see this matchup because as of late, it's been Raj Singh and Shira diving into the tag team ranks here in Impact Wrestling. When Shira bursts out in singles competition, people get hurt.
I mean, just look at this. Is the Indian Lion. They don't call him a lion for nothing. This guy will take a bite and will not let go. We're just waiting for that breakout moment. This guy has superstar potential written all over him.
Recently, Singh and Shira got a win in tag team action here on BTI. Can Shira keep the winning momentum going on his own tonight?
His opponent from Flint, Michigan, Jack Price.
This is going to be a great opportunity for Jack Price. He's one of the 2 winners of the 2022 TNA, or Impact Wrestling, I should say, gut check competition that took place early this year at the famed Arnold Classic event. One of the other winners was Jason Hotch, who we've seen frequently. Jack Price has had his opportunities here and there. How do you like this clash of styles, so to speak?
I mean, I think Jack Price has a bit of a both figurative and literal mountain to climb in Shira, but if there is anybody, if there is any young talent that is up to a challenge just like that, it is Jack Price, who's proved that to us time and time again.
Jack Price ready to go one-on-one with the Indian Lion Shira here on BTI. This match is next. Thank you for joining us on Impact Plus, YouTube, and Facebook. This is BTI. It's Shira one-on-one with Jack Price. We want to thank you for joining us here on all platforms. We're coming to you from the great Fort Lauderdale, Florida area, the Charles Dodge Center. It's the holiday season.
It is, and I mean, I thought I was good this year, but it turns out you're still here sitting next to me, and so apparently I've made somebody upset. And right now it is Shira, who's, you know, not making Jack Price feel too good.
Absolutely. Fans are still filing in here to the Charles Dodge Center. Impact Wrestling begins at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Eastern on Access TV.
Very excited to be, man. I cut a lot of my teeth in the wrestling industry here in the Florida area. These fans are some of the best in the world. Can't wait to kick off all of Impact with them. But right now, Shira in just fine form.
Drops an elbow. I'm excited to see if you can hold your water tonight here in great Fort Lauderdale. And a drop kick. Into the corner, there goes Shira. Big night of action to come on Impact Wrestling on Access TV, and we're still processing, Raywald, the remarkable, nearly 60-minute match that came out of nowhere last week. Josh Alexander successfully defending the Impact World Championship against Speedball Mike Bailey in a classic.
I mean, an impromptu marathon in the purest sense, and I say that with absolute purpose. A marathon is something you train months for. These guys are ready to do that at a moment's notice. That shows you the level of athleticism here in Impact Wrestling, another form of which is on display right now via Shira.
Shira showing his dominance right now against Jack Price, who got caught up amongst the ropes. Raj Singh with a mouthful there for the camera.
I mean, he couldn't be prouder. I mean, this is a guy he's seen potential in since day one. Raj Singh feels like he's the one who brought Shira to the dance, and now Shira getting a chance to shine like he truly deserves. Big slam.
Big slam by Shira to Shira's credit. Hold on, here's a cover, an arrogant cover here on Price, who kicks out. To Shira's credit, had been here in Impact Wrestling before Raj Singh, so Raj thinks very highly of himself altogether. At one point, he was trying to recruit Bhupinder Gujar, and then Shira came back into the fold, and Shira's been physically dominant at times.
I mean, perhaps one could argue that the motivation, if you will, of someone like Raj Singh has led to a lot of that success on behalf of Shira.
As I mentioned, big night of action still to come when Impact Wrestling begins at the top of the hour, 8 p.m. Eastern on Access TV. The main event that was supposed to take place last week on Access TV is going to take place to kick off the show. It's Eddie Edwards versus Delirious. The first time we'll see Eddie Edwards in action here in Impact since his bout at Bound for Glory and the disintegration of Honor No More.
It will be exciting to see Eddie Edwards in competition once again.
Shots right to the midsection of Jack Price. Price whipped across the ring. Now Shira, caught with a boot there in the corner.
He's going to need a bigger opening than that, though, to turn this matchup around.
Out of the corner, Price able to evade. Oh, and a pump kick.
Another boot up and over as well. Price.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Price there doing a little bit more than a 360. Just spinning around and around courtesy Shira.
On another cover and a 2 count, a kick out by Price.
A cover that, in my opinion, quite frankly, is there to just prove a point more than anything. Just show you how dominant I am right now. This is to really make it sink in.
Also still to come once our broadcast gets underway on Access TV. We'll see tag team action. The major players against Decay. Plus, it's a first-time ever matchup. Angels of the Design goes one-on-one with Sami Callihan. There's a cover and a kick out. Also, we'll see the contract signing for Hard to Kill, the matchup between Mickey James and Jordan Grace for the Knockouts World title. It's title versus career. That gets made official tonight. And also in our main event, speaking of tag team action, the Impact World Tag Team titles will be defended once again. Heath and Rhino defend against the Motor City Machine Guns. The major players, who I mentioned moments ago, are banned from ringside for the main event for interfering in that match recently on Access TV last week.
That's a shame. You know,
what do you mean it's a shame?
To see it. These guys, these philanthropists, these gifters of the holiday season, incredible talents in their own right.
Cover, another cover by Shira, kick out by Price.
I mean, and I get it from management standpoint, but to not see the major players multiple times on a show is just as a disservice to the audience.
Well, you'll see them in tag team action on Access TV.
I said multiple times. I said multiple times.
Now, right now, Raj Singh talking trash right in the face of Jack Price, who's had the hell beat out of him over the last few minutes here.
Really sending the message home. Adding insult to injury. As just look, this absolute dominance by the Indian Lion here.
Trying to cave in the chest of Jack Price.
Look, you can see the look in the eyes of Jack Price, or lack thereof almost. He seems like he's fading here. It has been all Shira the last several minutes of this contest.
Jack Price, a little bit of movement there. You can see his eyes starting to flutter, perhaps trying to come back to consciousness here against Shira.
And you can't count him out. There's a reason he was one of the finalists in that gut check. He's got a lot of fight left in him. Will it be enough to grant an opening here against Shira?
Jawbreaker and Jack Price. Oh, big right hand.
Oh, lines up, gets another one, but the Lion just roars.
Oh. Big shot there by Price. And Shira still standing.
Big man will not go down. Price relying on the speed factor.
Shira once again lashes out. One for another big clothesline. Jack Price with a neck breaker.
That is huge for Jack Price. That's one of the only times he's had Shira off his feet this entire matchup. He's got to take advantage right now.
Into the cover on Shira and a kick out.
You cannot take moments like these for granted in professional wrestling. Yeah, Jack Price. You don't need their approval, baby. Just go, go, go.
Now Price going to the top turnbuckle, and he's tracked down by Shira. Now Price just tossed across the ring there by Shira. The raw power of the Indian Lion.
And Shira punishing Jack Price here. Again, just continuing to make a definitive statement.
Oh. Big elbow dropping. Shira continues the assault.
And after what was a hell of a comeback, mounted some offense against Shira here. And once again, the Indian Lion in firm control.
On another power slam.
The crowd here in Fort Lauderdale, they believe in Jack Price, though. He has endeared himself to them. Can that energy help him overcome here?
Oh, and a flatliner by Price.
And once again, he's been through a lot of punishment, but this is the time to step on the gas pedal.
Now Price is going up top here against Shira. Wanted this earlier on. Shira able to roll out of the way. Price, oh my goodness! All the way up went Price
Thanks. Here is your winner, Shira!
Lions roar here on BTI. Gets the win for Shira.
A valiant effort, but Shira stands tall.
A big victory here on BTI. For more on tonight's proceedings on Access TV, let's throw it back to Josh and Gia.
Fantastic match. What a way to get us started here tonight. And Gia, are you ready?
Oh, I am so ready. It's going to be an incredible night.
World
full
Tag Team
of
Title
action.
match. You're
Yeah.
looking forward to that one.
Of
Major
course.
players banned from ringside.
Yeah.
Everyone getting ready for what's going to happen at Hard to Kill. What would Josh Alexander have to say tonight? What will Bully Ray have to say? There's only one way to find out, everybody, and that's by tuning in to Impact Wrestling, immediately following us right here on BTI. So we're going to take a 6-day, 23-hour break, and then we'll be back.
Yes.
6 days, 7 days. We're gonna take a break, a short break, and then we'll be back next week with more BTI. For Gia Miller, I'm Josh Matthews. Enjoy Impact, folks, and we'll see you all